book about getting happy, creating your happy, staying happy, but I find that I have some anger issues. Just a little light rage. So I pulled out the big spiritual guns. I started listening to a woman who channels a spirit entity she calls Abraham. Because let's face it, the voice she was hearing in her head was way more positive than the voices in my head. But you know, when I found myself at my weekly staff meeting obsessively thinking about the best way to set my boss's desk on fire, I thought, shit, I don't have time to go run get my iPhone and then, plug in my headphones, listen to Abraham stand out. Like, I need my own on-demand entity. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call in my own entity. I was focused, sat down to meditate, breathe. Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna think of a name. I'll focus on your name. Tell me your name. What is your name? And then I hear Bud. Wait a minute. Now this other woman has an entity with a biblical name, Abraham, the father of many nations. Mine is Bud, the nickname of a beer I don't like. Okay, fine. No judgment. What would you like to tell me? Get her done. I'm gonna learn you a thing or two. All right. What the fuck? Great. I have an entity that speaks Matthew McConaughey. That somehow doesn't seem right, but okay. I will call upon Bud to help me with things in my life, like, still being single at this age. I kind of don't give a shit because I'm finally having the dating life that I should have had in my 20s now. When I go out on a date, I just let shit fly out of my mouth. So checking in with Bud should fit right in. I was at a bar called The Woods because, hey, who wouldn't go to a bar called The Woods? And I see this cute guy and we start talking and we start dancing. And I quietly, in my head, check in with Bud. Like, what about this guy? Bud says, hotter than a goat's butt in a pepper patch. All right. So I say to the dude, hey, you kind of look like Jesus. Want to go make out? And it's on. Done deal. But that stuff, it's kind of loose, kind of free. Apparently, it's Bud approved. But when I later found out that Jesus was only 24 and I was older than his mom, I shut that down. That was not a road I wanted to go down. So I'm still single. And when you are this age and you haven't been married and you haven't had kids, people will say things right to your face, like, you aren't as mature as other people that have had children. Okay, all right, I get it. Okay, I did just fuck Jesus in the woods. Okay, guilty. But even though I've never had kids, I did give birth to a tiny little cancer. And that shit will grow you up pretty quick. I named her Eleanor. And as kids sometimes do, she proved to be a great disappointment. She never did as she was told. She cost me a lot of money, and frankly, she scared the shit out of me. So I pulled tough love, kicked her ass out. Unfortunately, she left like a huge mess behind, so getting rid of that involved me laying on a table in a room all by myself, waiting for the nice little man in the hazmat suit with a Geiger counter to come in and clear me so I could be around other humans again. See, I was having this newer form of radiation where they put this tiny little radioactive seed right at the site of the cancer, right there. I called the seed El Chapo. After Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, the Mexican drug lord who escaped from maximum security prison, El Chapo kicked some serious cancer ass. He was like a drug warrior ninja secretly sliding down the tunnel that was my catheter and raining his seed all over, just killing everything. He was nobody's bitch. But I found, when I was laying there, Bud and El Chapo, they didn't quite see eye to eye. Because Bud pipes up and he's like, hey, it's all good. While El Chapo, on his descent into the murderous tunnel, screams, I will kill you all! I get it, because, Bud is all spiritual and shit. He comes from the place of like, no matter what happens, it's all for your highest good. But I say, I'm not done being alive yet, So suck it, bud. Bring on the murderous drug lord and have him wipe out everything that's not supposed to be there. Abort all the baby Eleanors. And who knows? The glow from the inner radiation may make me look younger and help me find a husband even at this age.